Benchstones are one of the oldest and most traditional means of sharpening knives and other cutting tools. Because they've been used by many cultures for centuries, a number of different sharpening methods have evolved around them. With practice, all these methods can produce a sharp, serviceable edge, but the method detailed here is one of the most commonly taught and practiced. Traditional benchstones typically require oil or water to keep the swarf, the fine particles of metal produced by the sharpening process, from clogging the surface of the stone. Spyderco ceramic benchstones, however, are designed to be used dry. When their surfaces become clogged with steel particles, they can be quickly and easily cleaned with ordinary kitchen cleanser, water, and a scouring pad. Our cubic boron nitride, or CBN benchstones, are also designed to be used dry. They do not clog with use and can simply be brushed clean of steel dust. To sharpen a knife on a benchstone, first position the stone near the edge of a table under a strong overhead light. To keep the stone from moving during the sharpening process, place it on a non-slip material. The plastic cases of some Spyderco ceramic benchstones come equipped with rubber feet for this purpose. Others come with suede pouches that also serve as a non-slip pad. To determine the proper sharpening angle for your knife, lay the blade flat on the stone and perpendicular to its length. Lower your head to the level of the stone and look at the shadow cast by the edge side of the blade. Keeping the edge side of the blade in contact with the stone, slowly raise the spine until the shadow under the edge disappears. At this angle, the bevel of the actual cutting edge of the blade is in full contact with the stone. This is the proper angle to sharpen that knife if you want to maintain its current edge geometry. Typically, the factory sharpening angle for most knives is about 15 to 20 degrees, as measured from the surface of the stone to the plane of the blade. Once you have achieved this angle, pause a moment and take the time to feel the position of the knife in your hand. Take note of the space between the spine and the surface of the stone so you can learn to replicate this angle on demand. To begin the sharpening process, grip your knife in your dominant hand, palm up, with the edge facing the center line of your body. Place the heel of the edge, the portion of the edge closest to the handle, on the stone. Raise the spine, the back of the blade, until you feel the blade is at the proper sharpening angle. Then, while applying firm pressure against the stone and maintaining the same sharpening angle, draw the edge from heel to tip, using the full length of the stone as you do. After completing this forehand stroke, turn your hand palm down and place the heel of the other side of the edge on the stone. Again, raise the spine until the blade is at the correct sharpening angle, apply firm downward pressure, and draw the edge from heel to tip with a backhand stroke. Repeat this process, alternating forehand and backhand strokes on the stone until the desired degree of sharpness is achieved. If the stone becomes loaded with steel swarf, flip it over and use the other side. When both sides are loaded with swarf, clean the stone with kitchen cleanser, hot water, and a scouring pad to remove the accumulated steel and open the pores of the abrasive. The key to achieving a sharp edge is maintaining a consistent angle throughout every sharpening stroke. Although this may seem difficult at first, with practice you will develop a feel for the proper angle. As you gain more skill and experience, you will develop the ability to make fine adjustments to your technique to achieve slightly different sharpening angles to suit different knives. This skill will also enable you to re-profile knives to achieve edge geometry different than the knife's original factory edge. Like any other skill, practice makes perfect, so don't get discouraged. Different sharpening stones have various degrees of abrasive coarseness or grit. Coarse grit stones remove steel faster and are best for very dull knives and re-profiling edges to a different angle. They also leave a toothier edge that works best on fibrous materials. If you prefer a finer, more polished edge, simply repeat the sharpening process with progressively finer grit stones until you achieve the desired degree of sharpness. Finer grit stones are also best for touch-up sharpening of knives that are still reasonably sharp, but not cutting at their full potential. For more information on the proper use and maintenance of Spyderco benchstones, visit Spyderco.com.